good morning. Today we are in the one and only Bogota, Colombia. So we're just gonna be touristing around today. It's our first day here. We got in yesterday, but we got in after getting like 3 hours of sleep on a 6-hour flight. So yesterday was just nothing happened. So today is our first official tourist day in Bogota. I'll take you guys with me, but it's not super safe to be out after dark here. So there will be somewhat minimal touristing, and then we'll be back here. Might hit the gym, might hit the jacuzzi, might do some laundry, all kinds of fun stuff. Ooh, let me show you our view. Here is a Mello. Hi, Mello. Say hello to the internet. Mello. Mello. Hi. Here's our view. We have a lovely little park. Currently trying to understand how this kind of coffee pot works, because neither of us have ever used a coffee pot like this. So we're just, oh! Okay, probably shouldn't do that. Trying this and seeing what happens. We're also gonna go to like an actual coffee shop and get some actual coffee and some breakfast a little bit, so even if it turns out horribly, it's okay. It looks like coffee. Oh, there's a whole crack down the side of this mug. That's sketch. So unfortunately, the only sugar we have, it's not sugar. It's a combination of erythritol and sucralose, and then an anti-caking agent. So gonna be taking my coffee black this morning. Honestly, in moderation, once in a while, like not a big deal. I could probably throw this in there, but like because I've been traveling for the last 3 months, the in moderation has been a lot more frequent than I would like it to be, and since I can see clearly what is in there, I can avoid it. I'm just gonna avoid it for now. It's quite possible that the coffee that I'm gonna get at whatever coffee shop we end up at is also gonna have erythritol and sucralose in it. I don't know, so I'd just rather avoid things that I do know I want to avoid when I know I can avoid them. And then if it ends up in other stuff that I don't know about, I'm not gonna stress about it. So my boyfriend made a little pre-breakfast breakfast. So I have 1 egg, a little bit of fruit, a little bit of gluten-free bread. I'm just gonna enjoy that with my coffee before we go have breakfast round 2.
5 minutes later.
Here we are, breakfast number 2. I am still hungry, so I'm very excited for this. Alrighty, first off, we have a mocha with almond milk. Are we surprised? No. And honestly, the menu is not translating well, so I'm not 100% sure what this is, but it's some sort of scrambled eggs with some corn thing and some shredded meat, and it smells so good. And so, the adventure begins. So we made it to Montserrat, which is a mountain that like overlooks the whole city, and it's absolutely beautiful. And there's a little cafe here with kind of a view. So we figured we'd stop, get a little something. So I just got myself a little tea, added a little bit of maple syrup, and then we'll be on our way. We are back. Exploring Bogota was so fun today. It's such a cool city. And I have to say, I'm very grateful to be back in a Spanish-speaking country, because after being in Buenos Aires for a while, picked up some Spanish. I had like a very rudimentary level of Spanish speaking coming to Buenos Aires. Like not good, but like could understand some stuff. When I left, I could like look at a menu and be like, oh yes, like I know what I can eat. Like it makes sense to me. Then we went to Brazil, where they don't speak Spanish. And everything just looked like Greek. Like I could understand nothing. And my brain was so frustrated because I went from like feeling like that in Buenos Aires, where like I would read something and be like, I have no idea what this says, to like actually being able to look at stuff and being like, I don't know what that says. And then I was back at square one. But now Colombia speaks Spanish, so I can kind of sort of understand things again. It's great. But speaking of bouncing around all over the place and stuff like we've been doing for the last 6 weeks, 2 months maybe, and we'll be doing for the next 2 weeks, I can feel how much of a toll it's taking on my body. Like, I just want to be real with you guys. Like, I feel like I haven't even honestly shared that much of my travels on YouTube or Instagram or anything, so maybe it doesn't look like I'm having a great time gallivanting South America, but in case it looks like I'm having this like fabulous time gallivanting around South America and it's all sunshine and rainbows, like, it is amazing. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm so grateful for this experience and I absolutely don't regret it at all, but it is also absolutely taking a toll on my body. Like, I've been sick for a majority of this trip. I'm thankfully not sick now, knock on wood, but like, I've gotten sick twice and both times it's just taken so long for me to recover. And like I told you guys maybe 2 months ago, my skin flared a little bit. Like, my face has not been great and it was slowly starting to get better, but then it kind of slowly started to get not as better. Like, it hasn't been horrible, but it just hasn't been great. And the last like 2 or 3 days, it's been really not great. Like, my face has been very dry. Being on an airplane for 6 hours the other day definitely did not help. It really dried my skin out. And other than that, I don't really have any symptoms, but like, I can just feel it in my body that like, I'm very run down, and I'm worried that if I were to get sick again, like, it would take me a very long time to get better and I could get really sick. Like, I don't think my body is in a super healthy place right now, basically, is what I'm saying. I don't feel like super unhealthy, but I definitely don't feel as like resilient and strong and healthy and vibrant as I like to feel. And I think this is just from like the stress of traveling. Like, if any of you have traveled and like bounced around a lot, you probably know what I'm talking about. Like, the lack of consistency in location kind of means a lack of consistency with sleep and sleep quality. I don't know about you, but I'm always gonna get the best sleep when I'm in a location that I'm most comfortable in, like my own home and my own bed. Whereas if I'm outside of that, my sleep quality is just not quite gonna be on point. And then just eating out a lot more means generally lower quality food than I would normally eat at home, which, to be fair, in South America, eating out, especially the places that I've been trying to go to, probably not as bad as eating out regularly in the US, because the quality of ingredients generally, from what I've seen, has been better here. But still, you definitely get a lot more additives, fillers, inflammatory oils and stuff when you're eating out a lot more regularly, no matter where you are, for the most part. Having to resort to a lot more like processed foods in a pinch when I'm like really hungry and, you know, I don't know where I am and don't know when I'm gonna be able to get food. Maybe I just have to grab a bag of chips because that's all that's there. And then there's also just like the general stress of travel, you know, like navigating places where you don't speak the language and don't know where anything is, and you're trying to figure everything out, and we're doing everything very last minute, so that probably doesn't help either. So just a whole combination of factors that is putting a lot more stress on my body than my body is used to. So when I get home, I think, and I hate using this word, especially in like a fitness context because it's so abused and misused, but I think when I get home, I need to do some sort of like reset, detox, just to like help my body, because I feel like it needs help, and I don't know what that might look like at the moment. I think it's going to involve a lot of sleep, hopefully minimizing work, which is going to be difficult because I haven't been able to work as much as I should be on this trip, so taking more time off work might just stress me out even more, but I kind of need it. Getting more sunshine, really focusing on like whole and processed foods, getting my vegetables, getting all my micronutrients, consuming all of the good anti-inflammatory things, and then honestly kind of throwing a lot of support supplements at myself to just support my body while it gets back into the swing of things and gets its strength back. Now is the time when I wish I had my whole supplement cabinet with me, because this is exactly when supplements are really helpful, to supplement when you can't do what you would normally want to or be able to do to achieve a goal. So like for me, currently in a situation that is inducing more stress, probably more inflammation, not getting as many micronutrients in my diet, and that's not likely to change until I can get home. So this is where supplements come in, where I could be taking stuff to reduce stress, stuff to reduce inflammation, stuff to improve my micronutrient intake. And I'm actually doing 2 of those, although I'm about to run out of one of them. But like, I've been taking my Organifi green juice to help with the micronutrients, and I do think that's been really helpful. And then when I was packing for my trip, I was like, okay, we're gonna bring some like key supplements just in case. So of course I brought like my protein powder, my green juice, like the staples that I knew I was gonna need. And then I was like, what else should I bring? And for some reason my brain was like, Marissa, you should bring some glutathione just in case. And I'm so glad I did, because I have been leaning on this lately to help my body fight all of the oxidative stress that it has been experiencing. Because like all the things that I've mentioned that are causing me to not feel great are essentially causing oxidative stress on my body, and glutathione is like a master antioxidant. So things like environmental stressors like pollution or toxins in any like cleaning products or makeup products, etc., or any other like environmental stressors, dietary stressors like processed inflammatory foods, mental stressors, like even mental stress itself can cause inflammation and lead to oxidative stress. All these things cause an accumulation of reactive oxygen species in the cells and in tissues. When you have a buildup of too much oxygen reactive species, you end up with cell and tissue damage, which is essentially oxidative stress. And so antioxidants essentially fight the oxidants. It decreases the production of the free radicals. So I'm really glad past Marissa was like, let's pack some glutathione, because I am in desperate need of antioxidants right now to help my body manage everything that it's going through. And honestly, antioxidants are a good thing to consume in general, because we're kind of all constantly exposed to oxidative stress just because of the nature of the world. So getting more antioxidants through your diet and through supplement like Symbiotica's glutathione is highly recommended. So I am like living on this stuff right now. Since adding this in every day, I am feeling a little bit better. Like I said, I'm not sick anymore, and I haven't gotten sick again, knock on wood. That's really nice. And it also is comforting to just know that there's something that I'm doing to support my body right now when everything else is not very supportive of my body. And of course, big shout out to Symbiotica for having such a good glutathione that is definitely helping me, and also for sponsoring this video. As you guys may or may not know, I love Symbiotica as a brand. Their supplements are some of the best quality supplements on the market. Like, they are worth every penny because of the amount of research and good quality science that goes into the development of their products. So like, for example, all of their supplements are delivered in a way to optimize bioavailability, or essentially optimize how much you're going to absorb of the supplement itself, because there's a lot of supplements out there where like you take them but the absorption is really low, so like you're not getting nearly as much as you think you are, because it's just not put together in a way that optimizes absorption. But like the glutathione specifically, and a lot of their other supplements where it's beneficial for this, is liposomal delivery. So what that means is essentially like the nutrient is there, and then it is surrounded by a phospholipid bilayer. Did anyone else's biology teacher do this when they talked about the phospholipid bilayer? Or is it just me? Basically, they have the phospholipids that surround the entire nutrient. So they're kind of like little bubbles that protect the nutrient through the whole digestive tract and help it get absorbed through the intestines, so that you actually like get as much of the vitamin or mineral as possible. Also, their sourcing is impeccable, which you guys know is super important to me. Basically, they check all of my boxes for like what makes a good quality supplement company that I know is actually going to do the things that it promises it's gonna do. It's not just like pixie dust in a bottle that has a bunch of claims that don't even make sense. So I cannot recommend them enough. If you're looking for a good antioxidant rich supplement, or glutathione specifically, then I definitely recommend checking theirs out. But they also have a bunch of different supplements that can accomplish all sorts of things. They have like your basic vitamins and minerals. Like, they have an amazing vitamin D supplement that I am obsessed with. I'm regretting not bringing that with me, because I have not been getting much sun while I've been here, and I definitely think that's taking a toll on my body as well. Their magnesium is one of the best magnesiums that I've ever seen. Speaking of magnesium, they have a sleep blend now that is, it tastes like chocolate, first of all. Second of all, the blend that they have in there is so cool. Like, it's just, I as a supplement nerd. I love it. They have a great B12, they have a creatine. They have really cool supplements to support longevity, to support metabolism, to support brain health. Basically, I love their stuff. I highly recommend. You should just go check it out. Just like take a little look-see on their website. See what tickles your fancy. There's no harm in taking a look. And as always, if you want to try them out, you can use the code FIT15 to get yourself 15% off of any of their products. I highly recommend. And if you guys have any questions about what might be best for you, feel free to leave a comment, shoot me a message. I can help you figure out like what supplement may be most appropriate. Obviously not medical advice. I can just lend an opinion, thoughts, gentle suggestions, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be leaning heavily on my Symbiotica stash when I get back. Like, I think my body needs a lot of help. So for like a week or two, like this would not be an ongoing protocol. This is just gonna be a thing to like support my body to get it back to normal as quickly as possible. When I get back, I might take the magnesium regularly. I could probably benefit from some magnesium. Definitely will be taking the glutathione. I might throw in their Shilajit, probably not as necessary, but can't really hurt. I'll definitely be throwing in their vitamin D because I desperately need that. Probably their omega supplement because that's going to be helpful for being anti-inflammatory. Their adrenal super tonic, definitely need that to help just kind of calm the stress, calm my adrenals. I'll probably do their NMN for a bit, possibly their longevity mushroom blend for a couple days just to throw everything in there. I'll probably use their sleep supplement before I go to bed to make sure I'm just getting the best quality sleep possible. And then probably also their inflammatory health supplement. And I know that sounds like a lot, but again, this would not be an ongoing thing. This would be for like a week or two to support my body. Goodness knows I need it. Anyway, check out Symbiotica, code FIT15 for 15% off. And then once I do create my Marissa Recovers from 3 months of traveling supplement stack, I'll let you guys know what it is. This has honestly been one of my favorite things about going to new countries, is trying all the different like new fruits and vegetables. I don't know what any of these things are, but I'm very excited to try them. I got this guy, feels kind of weirdly hollow, not sure what to do with him, but we'll find out. And then this thingamajig that kind of looks like a mango, but I'm pretty sure it's not a mango. My plan is just to feast on all of these with breakfast and a bunch of eggs tomorrow. All right, this Airbnb that we're in has a gym, so I think I'm gonna take advantage of it and go get in a little workout. This is the gym. It is very sparse. This is literally all we got. So I think I'm gonna have to make do with this contraption and see what I can do. I have no game plan right now. I wanna do cardio tomorrow. I wanna go for like a little walk jog around the park tomorrow. So I don't think I'm gonna run today, which means I'm just gonna do some strength training. I think I wanna keep it short and sweet, like 30 minutes, because like I said, my body's struggling a little bit, and so I'm not gonna like do some like hardcore hour-long workout. So this is what it says you can do on this machine. I wanted to mostly do legs today. Doesn't look like a lot of leg exercises, so we're gonna see what we can come up with. But first, gotta do a quick warm up, no matter how long I want. What's happening? So the treadmill doesn't work. I was gonna say, no matter how long my workout is, no matter how much time I have to get a workout in, I always do a warm up. I will never skip my warm up and go straight into working out, because that's just a recipe for injury, and it's also a recipe for not maximizing the workout. Like, it's still better to take, even if you only have like 20 minutes, take 3 minutes, do a warm up, and you'll get so much more out of those remaining 17 minutes than if you just went straight in cold and tried to do 20 minutes without a warm up. Let's see if this guy, oh god, yeah. Does this work? Nothing's happening. This is unfortunate. So I think with this, I can probably do like some form of, oh my god, it's not even in the pulley. Oh, there we go. Some form of like squat and deadlift. Okay, that works. But what if did 1 set. I'm gonna do 2 more sets and then I'm gonna figure out how to deadlift on this thing. Can't quite get full range of motion, but it works. Okay, so I think my goal is gonna be 5 exercises. I did 2 sets of the Romanian deadlift. I think I'll leave it at that and just do 2 sets of everything for 5 exercises. So then a squat variation and a deadlift variation. I wanna do 1 more squat variation, 1 more deadlift variation, or at least some sort of like hinging movement that will hit the posterior chain. And then maybe 1 glute specific exercise. So for quads, I'm at a loss for what else to do that will work on this machine. So I think I'm just gonna do some skater squats. FYI, for anyone wanting to strengthen their pistol squats, working on skater squats is a really great progression for that. If you do them right, they're not easy. Now, squat variation number 2 is accomplished. Now I need deadlift variation number 2, and I think I might do cable pull-throughs, which is like basically the same as a Romanian deadlift, but it's really all I can think of. That went a lot better than I expected it would. Okay, now for the last exercise, some glute specific work. I think I'm gonna do some abductions because everything I've done so far has just been like straight forward and backward on the sagittal plane, and so abductions will get me moving in that frontal plane. Some variety in there. Pro tip for programming workouts, if you actually have access to like actual equipment where you could do more than 5 exercises, I like to try to make sure that when I do a workout, I work out in all planes of motion, or at least 2 different planes of motion, just to have variety in my movement, unless I'm like training for like some weirdly very specific goal where like I should only be moving in the sagittal plane, which would be weird. I don't know what that would apply to. But yeah, generally trying to make sure you're going through all different kinds of movements in different directions is a great way to make sure you're doing like a well-rounded workout. And we did it. That was my workout. That took me about half an hour, including my warm-up, including me failing at warming up and then doing a warm-up. So the workout itself was probably like 20-25 minutes. I feel good. I'm glad I got that little workout in. Every good workout should be followed by a good post-workout dinner. Actually, that's not true. Meal timing is pretty not important when it comes to working out, as long as you're eating enough total throughout the day. But I'm hungry post-workout, so it's dinner time. Because it's not just super safe to walk around at night, we're kind of limited with options, so we kind of just found one of the closest things that is open right now, and we're just gonna see what they got. So let's go. So for dinner, I started with a little strawberry blackberry basil mocktail, which was very, very good. Very much enjoyed that. And then I had some amazingly delicious baked roasted honey mustard Brussels sprouts that were absolutely amazing, and some salmon with a little side salad, which was basically just like arugula and parmesan, and it was also delicious. And now we are back. We did not get dessert at the restaurant. Instead, I'm gonna have some M&Ms because I have them. But anyway, I was thinking more about what I was saying about feeling less healthy right now, and I think I have found a bit of positive in it. Obviously, overall, probably not a very positive thing, but I found the positive, and that is that I am so motivated to get back into the swing of things as soon as I get back home. I think when a lot of people travel, when a lot of people kind of like fall off the wagon with health and fitness, it can be really hard to get back on track. But for me, because I feel suboptimal, I am very motivated to like go back and start doing all of the things that I can and all of the things that like I have been doing to help my body. And I think it also serves to kind of reinforce to me why I live the lifestyle that I do, because I feel physically so much better when I am living that lifestyle. And so taking a little break from it, definitely not the end of the world. And I think it's actually just given me some good perspective on what I do regularly do while I'm home. And so it's gonna be
interesting and fun to kind of navigate getting back into that and kind of seeing what things help the most and maybe leaving some habits behind. I don't know, but this almost kind of feels like a bit of a reset. Anywho, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Eat my M&Ms, maybe make myself a little cup of tea. Definitely make myself a little cup of tea. I want some peppermint tea. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does support me and my channel. I really genuinely appreciate it. I think I have one more video that I'm filming while traveling, so if there's any like specific health travel questions you want me to cover, let me know in the comments and I can potentially talk about them in my next video. Make sure you do go check out Symbiotica. Use my code FIT15 to get yourself 15% off. Link down in the description box below. Please share this video with your friends, your family, and your gym buddies. If you want to see more content from me all about health and fitness, you can check it out over here. To see future videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I post a video, and I will see you very soon. Bye!